This is Photizo.
Hello, my name is Taiwo Lemoshe. I want to welcome you to another episode of Photizo. It's a platform where I share gospel to edify, to encourage, and to strengthen people. I believe that you are beginning to rejoice and begin to plan for year 2026. I know that God has been faithful to you, and that is why we are celebrating. We've just celebrated Christmas, and we are so looking forward to a new year. And so, my episode as we end of 2026 is titled Add Reset. Yes, you heard me. Add reset. You see, there must be a reason why the turn of a new year or another year is called a new year. So all of us soon we shout Happy New Year. And it's because it gives us opportunity to life, opportunity to new things, opportunity to become new people. You see, but however, many of us expect that the new year will be better, will become new for us simply because it's a new year. Now, what has just happened is there's just a calendar change, as it were, from 2025 to 2026. It does not mean that the year will be better. You see, things don't just become better because it's a new year. Things become better because you do something to make it become better. And the most crucial thing you need to do, aside from the plans, aside from the visions, aside from the things you have written down to achieve in 2026, is that you must do a hard reset on yourself. And by that, what manner of man, what manner of woman should you become to be able to align and become all the things that you have written on your goal and as your plan for 2026? You see, many of us do not like to take responsibility for the outcomes of our lives. We like to blame our parents, we blame our relatives, we blame your spouse, you blame your economy, you blame everybody except you. Now, nothing will change. Why? Those are called macroeconomics, factors that you cannot change. You cannot change the way economy is, but you can change something about yourself. You see, those things will respond to the change that needs to happen inside of you. And that is why you must do a hard reset. You must become a new person before the year can become a new year for you. You see, ask yourself, the current version of you will produce the current results that you have. So if you will maintain the same current version of yourself, you are going to maintain the same current level of result in the coming year. But if you improve on yourself and do a hard reset on yourself, you will produce the result that is commensurate to the new level that you have progressed into. And so you must change from outside, from inside, for the things outside to change. So you must look at certain levels or areas of your life and ask yourself salient questions. Like somebody said, to yourself, be true. You see, you must be true to yourself. You say, I'm doing well. Thank God you are doing well. But I opine that you can do much, much better. And that is why it is called becoming better. As a matter of fact, scripture enjoins us to become better. 4:18 of Proverbs, the path of the just is like a sun that shines brighter and brighter. So God expects you to get better, get brighter, get bigger, improve on every dynamics and every area of your life. Very important. So you want to start with your spiritual life. That is the most important part of you. You want to ask yourself, where have I been in the last 3-4 years? Why have I been on this level? What has that spiritual level produced? I want to tell yourself, for me to produce higher spiritually, for me to know God more, then I must change the kind of person I am. You want to look at your career, your business. What current skill set do I have? That skill set will leave you on the same level for long. But what do I need to change? What new skill set do I need to get that can move me up, and make it new for me in the next coming year? That you want to ask yourself, what is my level of, my level of knowledge? What level of knowledge do I have? Because the level of knowledge you have today will produce the same result that level of knowledge produces. So what do I need to upgrade when it comes to my knowledge base that can actually improve and make things better for me? You want to look at your finances, your relationship. So different areas of yourself. Ask yourself, where do I need to upgrade myself and become a better version of myself? Of course, you need to upgrade your prayer life. You need to upgrade your study life. You need to upgrade your worship life. You need to upgrade your knowledge base. You need to upgrade your emotional intelligence and all those major things that are needed to be upgraded. And that is why it is called a hard reset, because some things have to leave you. Hard reset means some junks have to be deleted. Some new files have to be uploaded. Some things have to be tweaked. And so you must sit down and do a thorough analysis of yourself and come to the conclusion that this area of my life has to change. As a matter of fact, one of the things that will change is the dynamics of a relationship. Not everyone that is currently so close to you will have to remain close to you next year if you are going to move forward. Some of you may have to even change, certain dynamics around your life. Now, you can't change your wife. There's nothing you can do about that. But you can change how you relate with your spouse, and change your relationship with your children, so that it can get better for all of you together. You need to change how is my spending habit. If I'm going to become better financially, it's not just more income must come into my hands, because if my spending habit remains the same, I'm not going to become a better version of myself financially. So these are areas you must ask yourself, and ask yourself, what manner of person should I become to be able to say that 2026 is a new year? The new year needs a new you, an improved version of you. And that means that there is so much work to do on yourself, so that the year can reflect the new person that you have become. So, like I said, work on your knowledge level, work on your capacity. The more capacity you have, the more you can, more you can take. Work on your character. You must become a new person character-wise. You must work on your association and influences. Cut off those negative influences. They have not added any significant value to your life. And trust God for relationships that will add quality value to your life. Watch your health. If you want to become a better version of you, your health also must show, or else if you are the same sick person, you will be limited in what you can achieve and what you can do. So you must begin to work on your health. And you see, these things are deliberate things you must do. You must begin to work on your finances. How do I spend? How do I do things? Do I spend spontaneously? Do I spend on the spot? You need to begin to work on your budget. And if you have written budgets many years and you have not followed it, can you look for an accountability partner and say, these are the things I want to achieve in 2026, and I need to become a better person. Some of us might need to go back to school. Some of us might need to take up a master's course. Some of us might need to take up a certification. Some of us might need to go on, do something that adds value to you, that when you open your mouth and when you begin to do things, people will say, oh, Taiwo has become a new person. Why? Is deliverables. The things is bringing out shows that some new things, some things have been imputed into him and is showing in his output. You see, like they said, it is what you put inside that will show what you put outside. If you just remain the same way, some people have remained the same way since they left school. The last paper, once they drop the last paper on campus, they've not done anything to improve themselves, except that they are praying that things will improve. I believe God answers prayers. But you see, the prayer that God will answer is first a change of who you are. God is asking you, go and improve yourself, so that I can be justified to give you that thing that you are looking for. Why? The way you are, you don't have the capacity to handle the things I want to bring into your life. So there must be a hard reset. And it is hard because it will take some things off you. It is hard because it will make you deliberate. It is hard because it's going to be time consuming. It is hard because it's going to take a lot to do. And that is why many people are not doing it. We are always looking for the simple path to a better life. No, there are no simple paths to a better life. If you stumble into success, you will stumble out of success. You must be able to say at the end of the day, by the time we judge your life, say, these are the things I did apart from the grace of God. Even Paul told us, I am what I am at the grace of God. But you know what? I did not take the grace of God in vain. What did I do? I did something. I labored with it. So you will see, and that's why in Africa, hardly will you see a billionaire that can say, these are the things I did. Everybody just stumbles into it. No, it's not that way. There must be a way. There must be a framework that actually worked for you. So hard reset is very, very essential. And I know that we have just a few days to the end of the year, and there's still so much you can do, as the year turns into a new year, that tell yourself, you know what, first quarter, I'm going to do a lot on self-improvement. As a matter of fact, that should be the foundation of anything you are going to do. A lot has to go into self-improvement. If you have to pay to get that certification, pay. You see, we put money on frivolous things, and then we don't put money on things that will actually multiply our ability to make more. And so we remain the same. It is my desire that you will not remain the same person you are in 2025, in 2026. It is my desire to see a better version of you, a better qualitative person, man and woman, who is delivering more value at work, in business. People will say, no. There's something that has changed about you. Why? The way you do things has changed. As a matter of fact, your boss will not need to complain about you anymore. They will begin to, say things in your favor to say, oh, no. Taiwo has really improved. We don't know what happened between December and February and March, but you see, he has really changed. He has become a better version of himself. And that is what we're talking about. Become a better version of you. Become a new you. So that you can say that 2026, indeed, by December 26, you can say it was indeed a new year because I turned a new leaf and everything around me turned around for good. That is what we expect to see in 2026. So I am asking you, friends, if you're watching this, begin to pen down what area of my life do I need to upgrade? What area of my life do I need to do a hard reset? It is hard, like I said, but it's worth it at the end of the day. That you look back and tell yourself, oh yes, thank God, those things that I did earlier in the year was necessary and it was very profitable to me. And these are the results that it has brought to my hands. And that means that 2026, 2027, you still need to be improved again. And that is how you keep getting better and better. You see, many of us, we always like the improved version of things. Oh, you are using iPhone 7. Now, iPhone 8 came out. You want to improve too because it's an improvement on the old one. Now, iPhone 17 is on the way out now. And it's an improvement. You can't compare iPhone 17 to iPhone 8. Why? There is a difference. The model has been improved on. Cars get improved on. Electronics get improved on. Virtually everything that is created by man gets to be worked on and improved on to deliver better value to users. The same way, you too must keep improving every year. You must become a new model of yourself consistently, and people will begin to see it in the deliverables that you bring to the table. All right, so may I say to you this day that Happy New Year in advance. May 2026 become new because you yourself have become a new person. I look forward to seeing next episode that's going to start next year, 2026, by God's grace. Let's do it again next year. God has blessed you.